A thin red diamond spiraled violently in the wind, its string tangled around a boy's arms as he stumbled backward across the grass. The stranger, a girl in polished shoes and a dress far too clean for the dusty parquet, cried out, reaching toward the sky as if she could pull it back by will alone. "Don't let it go!" she screamed, her voice cracking with panic. The boy, a small, scrappy, his sneakers full of holes, dug his heels into the ground. For a moment it looked like he'd be pulled right off his feet, but with a grunt he yanked the kite down, crumpling into the dirt as it fell beside him. He pressed it flat with his palms, breathing hard. The girl froze, staring at him. Her lips trembled as though she wanted to speak but couldn't. Finally, all she whispered was, "Can you fix it?" The boy's name was Eli, a quiet kid who spent his afternoons in the park after school because home was a broken bar complicated. His father had left, his mother worked double shifts at a diner, and most nights dinner meant whatever was cheapest at the corner store. Fixing broken things was his secret gift. Scraps of wood became toys, bent nails became hooks, torn sneakers got new life with tape and glue. So when he saw the girl's kite shredded, her eyes widened desperate. He nodded. "I can try," he said softly. She watched as he knelt on the grass, smoothing torn paper, knotting the frayed string, reinforcing weak spots with strips of candy wrapper foil from his pocket. His hands were quick, practiced as if he'd done this 1,000 times before. The girl, whose name he would later learn was Clara, stayed silent. She didn't say why the kite mattered so much, why she guarded it like treasure. She only watched, and when he finally handed it back, her eyes glistened. "Thank you," she whispered, clutching it as though it were alive. Then she left, walking toward a black car parked at the far end of the park. The next afternoon, Eli was back in the park, sitting on the swings with a sketchbook of inventions he could never build. A deep rumble echoed across the playground. Heads turned. A gleaming limousine pulled up beside the grass. The door swung open, and Clara stepped out, no longer in her simple dress, but in a tailored coat, her posture regal. Behind her, men in suits stood at attention. Children whispered. Adults stared. Eli froze, clutching his sketchbook to his chest. Clara walked straight to him, holding the red kite, now perfectly mended. "My father wants to meet you," she said, her voice calm but filled with an odd warmth. "Here, broken bar." He didn't believe me when I told him someone saved it. Eli blinked, confusion mixing with fear. "Why? It's just a kite." Clara's lips quivered into the smallest of smiles. "It was my mother's. The last thing she gave me before she died." Eli swallowed hard. Suddenly, the scraps of foil and knots of string he'd patched together weren't just repairs, they were lifelines, stitching back a piece of a broken heart. The limousine door opened wider. A man inside waited, his face unreadable but his eyes fixed on Eli with quiet curiosity. And as Eli took a hesitant step forward, still clutching his battered sketchbook, one thought pulsed in his chest. Sometimes the smallest hands fix the biggest things.